In today's episode of the Unemployed Journeyman with Club America in the Mexican First Division, we're going to play the entirety of the League's Cup group stage. We also have a bit of transfer news to bring you up to speed on as well. Welcome to the video, folks, and let's get the transfer news out the way straight away. Hugo Gallegos has rejected the contract offer from FC Utrecht. They were in for him for a fee of around 12 million. I think it was rising to 16 million after instalments and add-ons and stuff. And he's rejected them to stay with us, and he's happy to stay here, considers the matter closed, as he recognises he failed to agree terms with them, which kind of does give us a little bit of a problem in one respect, because in Vicente Rodriguez, we basically bought his replacement. Rodriguez came in from AS Roma for £2.1 million, and he's played 3 games for us. He's had a pretty reasonable start. He's got an assist. He's got an average rating of 7.13 in the Mexican First Division. But he is our third choice. Effectively, he's their second choice because Brian Felix is a centre-back. But Gallegos would normally be our number 1 left-back. So what I'm going to do with Gallegos in today's episode is he's going to be playing at right back as our right back curse continues, but we'll get to that shortly. In terms of what's been happening since you were last with us, we've only played 1 match. That was against Pumas, and what a performance this was. We beat them 4-1. Pumas, in my estimation, are meant to be one of the better teams in the Mexican First Division. Layet was on fire. 2-0 up he put us after 12 minutes. Then Ocampo scored a penalty on 50 minutes, and Layet completed his hat-trick in the 53rd minute. They did get a late goal towards the end, but if I show you the stats for this game, as you can see, we absolutely deserved to win it. We were all over them. An XG of 4 as well. We met our XG, basically. And, yeah, you go down to the average rating. We were a 7.29 to their 6.49. So we were 68% possession. We were easily the better team. Layet was their man of the match. Albuquerque also had a very, very good game too, and couldn't have asked for anything better. It means that if we have a look at the Mexican First Division opening group stage league table, we do top it. 3 wins from 3 games, 9 points in the bag, 8 goals scored, 2 goals conceded. And yeah, I mean, Pumas are here. They're 5th. They were, I think, 3rd going into the game, and 2 wins from two games to start the season off. That was a really good performance. That has given me a lot of encouragement. It really has. And if we go back to the schedule, today we do have the entirety of the League's Cup group stage. We are playing Portland and Toronto FC. There's only 3 teams in the group. I am still a bit annoyed at the fact that we're playing a game at Providence Park, and that is where Portland play their home games in their league in the MLS. So I don't really know how that's neutral, but it is what it is. If we have a look at the competitions page, the League's Cup is not important to the board. So I'm not going to worry about whether, if we don't, 2 teams qualify. If we can't be one of the first 2 teams, then I think that probably is a reason to worry. But if we do end up going out of it at the group stage, I'm not going to be that bothered about it, to be honest. So let's get to the Matchday Centre and let's get on with the first game today, and that is against Portland at a neutral ground where they play their home ground. Right, here we are then. And I said earlier on about the right back curse. It does continue. So Enrique Contreras has been playing right back for us for the first 3 games of the season. And a very good job he's been doing as well, considering he wouldn't normally be the man we would choose for that role. I'd probably use him as the anchor in midfield, to be quite honest. But he can also play centre-back as well. He's a very useful, versatile player. 28 years old. And yeah, he's had a 7.20, a 6.60 and a 7.60. He's been very, very good in our opening few games. But he's suspended for this one, so we can't play him. Oscar Flores, who would ordinarily be our number 1 choice at right back, is out still for another 6 weeks. And Armando Ortega, who for the first 2 games of the season was away on international duty, he came back absolutely wrecked and needed to be rested. So I've rested him for a week, and he's still got 1 more day left of his rest. I've messed that up a little bit. He was meant to be available for today. So we've got 3 right backs that are not available. There's no other right back in the squad that can play out here. So it's actually quite a good job that Gallegos has actually decided to stay here and not go to Utrecht, because I've even looked in the under-23s and the under-18s, and I've only found 1 right back, and to call him a right back is probably being generous. He's like 1 star with 2.5 star current ability. I really wouldn't have wanted to put him out there, to be quite honest. So Gallegos comes in. He's only made sub appearances for us so far. He has appeared in each game from the bench. But yeah, I mean, looking at that, actually, I'm just having a look at his career stats there. He's actually made 263 appearances in 12 years. That can't be right. He's only 25. 263. He joined us in 2025. I mean, am I missing something here? He was born on the 11th of December 2010 and he joined us in 2025. I suppose he would have been 15 then, to be fair. So yeah, if he's coming through a youth academy thing there, he would have been 15 years old. Wow, okay. He has had quite the career with us, actually. Maybe that's a reason why he's decided not to leave, because he just loves being at this club. 263 appearances. Wow, okay. That shut me up, didn't it? Right, here we go then. The only change is Gallegos on the right-hand side from our last game anyway. We have Fabinho in goal, Rodriguez left back, Gallegos right back, Felix and Raul in the centre of defence, Devlin, Clavery and Ocampo in the midfield, Delator and D'Albuquerque out wide, and Layet up top. Let's get into it. We have 10 players on the bench. Yeimar Medina is also on the bench as well, so there's every possibility that he could end up getting on today and making his debut. He's one of the guys that was brought in before I arrived, basically, and he can play left back. I think he can also play central midfield if we really need him to. But yeah, here we go then. No idea how good Portland or Toronto FC are, but I'm sure we're going to find out in this episode. We did look very good against Layet. In the previous episode, we looked decent in both games. We won both of them at the end of the day, and we did look decent. But in the game against Pumas, we looked really good. We were passing it around nicely. We were clinical. We were taking our chances. Here's Layet again. Oh, he's hit the post. Gallegos tries heading it back in. It's now with Raul at the back, and the highlight comes to an end. A good start to the game for us. We've had a couple of shots away. We've dominated possession. Portland are playing a 4-2-3-1 cheaty formation. Layet goes for the free kick and it goes over the bar. From that kind of distance, I don't know why he's gone direct. He should have just put the ball into the box. But here's Delator now with a free kick into the box. Oh, we've hit the crossbar. The keeper came for it and was nowhere near it. We are hitting the frame of their goal. We could do with hitting the back of the net. Oh, what a goal. Rodriguez with his first ever goal for us. Vincent Rodriguez, we're 1-0 up against Portland. That was a thumping goal from Rodriguez. One thing I am going to do as well, by the way, I'm going to put replays on and have it behind goal, I think. Just so we can see our goals again. I haven't really used replays, but I just think maybe it'd be worth using it just so we can see our goal. I'm probably not going to sit here watching the opposition scoring in a replay. I'll probably just skip that. But, you know, it's been a good first half. It'd be nice if we could get a second goal before half-time to kind of put the game to bed. We are the home team, technically. We'll be in the home dressing room, even though this is Portland's ground. Right, things are going well. But you can definitely find another gear to take charge of this match. 24,000 in attendance. It's a breezy 26 degrees Celsius. And yeah, this has been largely all us so far. Possession has been pretty even. Raul now has a free kick. Gives it to Clavery to Layet. And that's a goal. 5th goal of the season from Layet. Do you know what? I think we might be pretty good. What are these? Are they cactuses? And a very weird colour if they are, and they're also huge. I mean, I've never seen a cactus in real life to know what their average size is or anything, but I mean, that's quite a weird looking thing to be out there. Right, they have the ball anyway. They've won it back from us, but we then win it back again. Ocampo to Albuquerque. It's 3-0. Second goal of the season from Albuquerque. The referee's going to get involved because he's had a bit of a quiet afternoon and needs to get his face on camera. Is he going to rule it out? No, he's not. It stands. It's 3-0 on the hour mark. And I would say that is game over Ocampo now with a free kick into the box. Albuquerque has it. When's he going? I mean, okay. Rodriguez now down the left-hand side to Claverie, to Felix, to Rodriguez. We're passing. Oh, he's tried beating his man. He almost done it, to be fair. Delator has the ball on the left-hand side. Back to Rodriguez. Claverie. Ocampo. Oh, it's gone wide. We are creating some really good chances. It's highlight after highlight as well. They go over goal kick. A punt upfield. Albuquerque gets the second ball. He's bringing it down this right-hand side, but they can get the ball back now. And they're playing it around with their goalkeeper and their defenders. They're doing quite nicely with it, to be fair to them. And we intercept. Well done. Raul now gives it to Felix. Here's Delator. Finds Albuquerque. He goes out to Gallegos on this right-hand side. To Ocampo. Layette. Oh, I think that's hit the frame of the goal again. How many times have we hit the frame of the goal? I'd say it's about 3 times with it. It's got here twice, but I think we've hit it about 3 times. Right, we're 70 minutes in. We need to make some substitutions. So let's get that going straight away. Delator's not having the best of games, so we can bring him off. We'll give Medina a debut. We haven't seen him yet. It's his first opportunity to play for us. Devlin can come off and Gerson Lopez can come on for him. He's one of their youngsters. He's only 1.5 star in the anchor role. He is being trained in it, but he does have 5-star potential. So we do need to give him some fairly regular game time. Like I say, only 20 minutes left. 3-0. I would imagine a 3-0 win, considering we're only going to be playing one more game in the group stage, will probably be enough for us to go through at least, even if we lose against Toronto. Here's Turner for Portland with a free kick. Quite a long way out. He's going for goal. And it's over the bar, as I would have expected it to have gone over the bar or wide or something like that. Medina with the corner puts the ball into the box. Raul puts it back in and Layette. That will go down as a corner goal. It's his 6th of the season. This boy is on fire. I mean, he's got 5 goals in his last 2 games. And that is 4-0 to us. Only 2 minutes to be added on, although they did do 3. And there you go. Game, set and match. Raul with an 8.4. Ocampo, our man of the match, with 2 assists and 4 key passes. Also running 13.3 kilometres. Then, obviously, we've got an 8.2 for Claverie, an 8.3 for Layette. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. That was a really good performance. Right, next up is Toronto at the same stadium. And I'll see you here for that. Well, welcome back to part 2, and I've been having a little look at how this competition works. And if we have a look at it, we're playing Toronto FC now. Then on the 27th, Toronto play Portland, and that will be the group stage wrapped up, which means we will have the quarterfinals on the 31st of July. The semi-finals, there's the quarterfinals, I presume that must be a second leg. And then, like 2 days later, then the semi-finals. I mean, this looks a bit weird because the semi-finals are then due the next day. I mean, I don't know exactly how it works, but we don't have a league game now until the 17th of August. So obviously the group stage breaks after 3 games for this Leagues Cup thing that's not important. And yeah, that's kind of how it works. So let's get into the game against Toronto then. Put on our opposition instructions. Now, I've not changed anything as of yet. Contreras is available to come back, so he's going to come in for Medina, I think. So at least we've got a right back here. Now, what I am tempted to do is put him in the anchor role in midfield, as this game isn't really important. Just putting him in there to see how he performs as our anchor. He's already played right back. With Devlin is going to be leaving the club at the end of December. So I don't really want to over-rely on him unless I have to. So we're going to put Contreras in there because he's a guy I've kind of earmarked as taking over from Devlin when Devlin leaves. So we could potentially have him taking over now. I didn't actually tell you the team, did I? So, yeah, I mean, it's no change from the last one. Fabinho in goal. Rodriguez left back. Gallegos right back. Raul and Brian Felix in the centre of defence. One change. Contreras, Claverie and Ocampo in the centre of midfield. Delator and Albuquerque out wide, and the currently lethal Layette up top. Hopefully I'm not jinxing him by saying he's lethal, but 5 goals in 2 games tells me he's lethal. Right, we're playing at the same ground, so it'll be interesting to see if we can still... I think that, I mean, they look like trees there rather than cactuses. But let's see if we can see them again. But here's kickoff anyway, and we start off immediately with a highlight. Clavery has the ball, loses possession, and Toronto can bring it forward. I was kind of hoping Toronto might have played Portland before they played us, so we at least got an idea of what they might be like. But here's Albuquerque, cuts inside, and he goes for goal, and it's a save from Maguire. Yeah, Toronto are a Canadian team, aren't they? Yeah. So I had to think of where Toronto... Well, I don't know why I had to think of it. It's quite obvious it's Canada. But here's Albuquerque now anyway, on the right-hand side. Gets to the byline, cuts back inside. I mean, could someone not have got a touch on that? All it needed was a touch, and that would have gone in. If we win this game, then obviously we are absolutely through, probably as group winners as well. Corner comes in. We get ahead to it, but it's straight at the Toronto goalkeeper. Right, they have a highlight now of a free kick. We're only in the 13th minute. The ball comes out and Ocampo can bring it away. Finds Layet, who's through. Layet, had he scored again, it's his 7th goal of the season. 6 goals in 3 games for a striker. What a player he looks. We could have an absolute gem. If he can score like this throughout the season without going on like a 10 to 13 game dry spell or anything like that, then we have got an absolute banger of a striker. We really have. Rodriguez now with a throw-in. Gets the ball into the box. It was towards Albuquerque, but it was cleared. Gallegos brings up the loose ball, then just gives it away. Pretty poor. They're just playing one-touch ping-pong with the ball. The keeper boots it as far as he possibly can. Raul picks up the ball, gives it to Contreras, to Ocampo. Albuquerque, what a ball for Layet. Oh, that would have been a gorgeous goal if that had gone in. It kind of feels like we're playing with Toronto at the moment. They've not had an effort at our goal. Maguire with another kick upfield. We win the first and second ball. Here's Gallegos now on the right-hand side. What can he do with the ball? We want to see him actually put in a really good performance, Gallegos, to make it worth him turning down Utrecht and us losing out on potentially 16 million quid. But Albuquerque, I don't know what he was doing there. He didn't need to fall to the floor. But they get the ball again, Toronto. They're coming forward now. We get a tackle in, but it's still with them again. I mean, even when we tackle, it's going straight back to Toronto. We need to actually tackle and get the ball ourselves. They're in a dangerous position here, but I think that's a penalty. Yeah, checking decision, possible penalty. I mean, it will be a penalty from where it's located. That is a shame because they've not been in this game and we've now allowed them to come back in. That is not good for us. They're going to score it, I'd imagine. Miranda with the penalty. Oh, no, he saved it. Well done for Bino, a new goalkeeper that we've brought in. He saves the penalty and kind of got our outfield players out of jail a little bit because we were being a bit careless with giving the ball away. But here's Gallegos now to Ocampo. Clavery goes back to Felix. Delator. Great ball for Layet. And that is his 8th goal of the season. His 2nd of the night. Our 2nd of the night. It's 2-0 to Club America. What a performance we are putting in here. Look at how dominant we've been. 57% possession. 7 shots on target to their 1. An XG of 2 and we are matching that XG. Did I not turn on highlights or replays, by the way? Yeah, on. Ah, okay, let's click that. I just suddenly thought we haven't had a replay of any of the goals we've scored. Right, there you go. We should be getting a replay of the goals now. In actual fact, I wasn't even aware you could do this replay of it. Disallow goals? Disallow... Yeah, we'll do those. Don't want missed penalties and clear-cut chances. Do you want goal line technology? Let me know if you want goal line technology kept on. We won't do tight offsides. I think that's enough for now. But yeah, let me know if you want all of those on or some of them not really necessary. I think we've got a good little mix there anyway. We'll soon find out when certain things like that happen. But here's Rodriguez now on the left-hand side. Finds Delator with a terrific ball and it's in for Ocampo. I thought it was going to be Layet actually, but Ocampo gets the goal and it's 3-0 on the night just before half-time. I was just about to say it again, we've not had a highlight, but here comes the highlight from behind the goal. Let me know again if this is the view you want to see as well. Ball over the top for Delator. Layet didn't react to it. He just left I'm assuming Ocampo must have said my ball, and Layet, who could have had a hat-trick, was very unselfish and decided to leave it for him. I like that kind of teamwork as well. That's a story I'm telling myself, put it that way. Right, I don't really want to concede a goal before half-time, now that we've just gone 3-0 up. And luckily we haven't, so there you go. Right, can we just have the half-time? Because these games in Mexico are extremely highlight heavy, I have to say that as well. If we was recording the game against Pumas, I would have been here for a long time because there was just so many highlights. Right, second half has started. We're like a minute 30 seconds into it. We've got another highlight. Here's Albuquerque to Claverie. Delator got space. Cuts inside. Delator. Oh, that would have been a very, very good goal. I think we might look at making some substitutions soon. Here's Claverie now. With Raul, gives it back to Claverie. He then loses the ball. Gallegos wins it back. We can try and build an attack on this left-hand side now with Delator, who's looked really good today. Gets the ball into the box towards Albuquerque, and that's his third goal of the season. It's 4-0 on the night. Albuquerque with his first goal of the game. And you had Delator here with space to run into. He gets to the byline, gets a perfectly weighted cross into the box, and Albuquerque with his head burying it for 4-0. And yeah, I think it's safe to say we've qualified for the next round. Probably going to be top of the group as well. Right, here's Gallegos on the right-hand side. Finds Albuquerque with a ball over the top. He pulls it back for Gallegos. Ocampo. Oh, and it's a goal. Sorry about that. Ocampo with a goal. And we are now 5-0 up. Pulls it back for Gallegos there. Gives it to Ocampo. Lovely finish. Right, let's make a few substitutions, I think. I think we'll bring Rodriguez off. We'll switch Gallegos over to this left-hand side. Take Rodriguez off. And did I not put another right back on here? Okay, we probably won't make that substitution then. That's that one in the bin. We can take Rodriguez, bring Casas on. He can come on and play on the left-hand side. Could do that, put Felix out here. No, I think we'll leave it with Casas. Then Contreras, who's on a yellow card, he can come off for Terry Devlin. And then I think, who we got here? Claverie can come off. And maybe Mendoza comes on. 3 substitutions. An hour in. We're 5-0 up. Probably a good time to get some game time in the legs of some of our other players. And we've got 20 minutes. I think we're just going to make our final 2 substitutions. So Ocampo can come off and Martin Lopez can come on. And we'll take Layet off. He's going to be on a hat-trick, so he's probably not going to be too pleased with me. But we'll make them changes as well. Hopefully we don't get an injury now in the next 20 minutes because we have used all the substitutions. But you look at the statistics, 23 shots at goal, 12 shots on target, an XG of 3.65. I mean, we are very much overdoing our XG, that's for certain. But here come Toronto now. On the left-hand side, they're into the box. Fabinho makes the save. And they still don't trouble their score sheet just yet. The highlights have started to become more for them. You do kind of notice that once you make substitutions, the other team tends to get a bit more into it. And now they've scored their goal. That's annoying. I don't want to be conceding goals. Yeah, we're not going to watch them scoring because that's just frustrated me. So it's 5-1 on the night now. It's been a really good performance either way. Both games today have been very good performances from us. We might have to take a little bit of a pinch of salt because we don't know really how good or bad the opposition has been. Here's Casas on the left-hand side. He cuts into the box. It's going to be a penalty. Lopez has been brought down. I'm sure that will be a penalty. It's being checked by VAR, obviously. The referee's got his finger in his ear, and it is a penalty. An opportunity for us to get our sixth. Who's going to take the penalty? Ocampo, I think. Oh, here goes. Albuquerque. Ocampo is usually a penalty taker, and Albuquerque has missed the penalty. We are not very good on penalties, by the way. Ocampo is our best penalty taker, and he's a 9. I think the next best one after that is a 7 for penalty taking. So, yeah, we might not score many penalties this season. But we've got 3 minutes of time to be added on, and that is it. Well, we're still going, actually. There you go, full time. We missed a penalty. We scored 5. We conceded 1. It's been a very good day at the office. Well done, lads. That's a great win for us. And what we will do now is we will come back on Monday. What I'm kind of thinking we'll do is, if we have a look at it from up here, we've got the quarterfinals here. Because I don't want the season to go on forever, we will probably come back for something like the semi-finals. So if we get whoever we get in the quarterfinals, if we beat them, we'll then come back for the semi-finals. And then we'll do the final if we get through to that as well. But otherwise, we do have Toluca coming up in the league on the 17th of August. And I do want to do that game because obviously we applied for a job with Toluca to bring us to Mexico when we was looking at leaving Dortmund, and they turned us down. So I would very much like to beat them quite heavily and show them how wrong they were to turn me down. So that will be probably Tuesday, Wednesday time. Well, probably Tuesday episode. But Monday we'll come back for a knockout game in the League's Cup. Hopefully you will join me for that. Don't forget there's Solihull Moors on Sunday. And thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great, great weekend.